Peace and blessings. Today I'm going to recite from the Qur'an, chapter 72, called the Jinn. It's from an English translation of the Qur'an. All glory and praise belongs to Allah, the creator of all things that exist. No one has the right to be worshipped but Allah. His servant and messenger, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, the revealer of the Qur'an. The Jinn are a creation of Allah. Just get a little bit detail about the Jinn if you're not familiar. They're created from a smokeless fire, as mankind are created from clay from the earth. Both Jinn and mankind have free will, opposed to the angels who do not have free will but listen to all the commands of Allah all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and start reading the Jinn. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, say, O Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, it has been revealed to me that a group of the Jinn listened to this Qur'an. They said, Verily, we have heard a wonderful recitation. It guides to the right path, and we have believed therein, and we shall never join in worship anything with our Lord Allah. And He exalted in His majesty of our Lord, has taken neither a wife nor a son or offspring or children, and that the foolish among us, i.e. Iblis, Satan, or the polytheists among the Jinn, used to utter against Allah that which was an enormity in falsehood. And verily we have thought that men and Jinn would not utter a lie against Allah. And verily there were men among mankind who took shelter with the males among the Jinn, but the Jinn increased them, mankind, in sin and transgression. And they thought, as you thought, that Allah would not send any messenger to mankind or Jinn. And we have sought to reach the heavens, but found it filled with stern guards and flaming fires. And verily we used to sit there in stations to hearing, but any who listen now will find a flaming fire watching him in ambush. And we know not whether evil is intended for those on earth, or whether the Lord intends for them a right path. There are among us some that are righteous, and some the contrary. We are groups having different ways, religious sects, and we think that we cannot escape the punishment of Allah in the earth, nor can we escape Him in flight. And indeed, when we hear the guidance, this Qur'an, we believe therein the Islamic monotheism, and whosoever believes in his Lord shall have no fear, either of the decrease in the reward of the good deeds, or an increase in the punishment of his sins. And of us some are Muslims who have submitted to Allah after listening to this Qur'an, and to us some are the disbelievers, those who have deviated from the right path. And whosoever has embraced Islam has become a Muslim by submitting to Allah, then such have sought the right path. And as for the disbelievers who deviate from the right path, they shall be firewood for hell. If they, non-Muslims, had believed in Allah and went on the right way, we would surely have bestowed on them rain in abundance. But we might try them thereby, and whosoever turns away from the reminder of his Lord, i.e. the Qur'an, and practice not its laws and orders, He will cause him to enter in a severe torment, i.e. hell. And the mosques are for Allah alone, so worship not anyone along with Allah. And when the slave of Allah, Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, stood up invoking him, his Lord Allah, in prayer, they, the Jinn, just made round him in dense crowd, as if sticking one over the other, in order to listen to the Prophet's recitation. Say, O Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, I invoke only my Lord, Allah alone, and I associate none as partners along with him. Say, it is not in my power to cause you harm, or to bring you to the right path. Say, O Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, none can protect me from Allah's punishment. If I were to disobey Him, nor can I find refuge except in Him. Mine is but conveyance of the truth from Allah, and his messages of Islamic monotheism, and whosoever disobeys Allah and his messenger, then verily for him is the fire of hell. He shall dwell therein forever. Till when they see that which they are promised, then they will know who it is that is weaker concerning helpers, and less important concerning numbers. Say, O Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, I know not whether the punishment which you are promised is near, or whether my Lord will appoint for it a distant term. He alone is the all-knower of the unseen, and he reveals to none his unseen, except to a messenger from mankind, whom he has chosen. He informs him of the unseen as much as he likes, and then he makes a band of watching guards, angels, to march before him and behind him. He, Allah, protects them, the messengers, till he sees that they, the messengers, have conveyed the messages of their Lord Allah, and he, Allah, surrounds all that which is with them, and he, Allah, keeps count of all things. Peace and blessings, all glory and praise be to Allah, the creator of all things that exist. All praise to Allah, the greatest.